In the summer of 2018, the world watched in suspense as 12 boys from a Thai soccer team and their coach vanished inside a deep, mysterious cave in northern Thailand. For 9 long days, no one knew if they were alive or lost forever in the darkness. But what if I told you their disappearance wasn't just a tragic accident, but something far older? A story tied to a legend of heartbreak, ancient revenge, and a promise kept after 300 years? This is the haunting tale of Tham Luang Nang Nan, the Sleeping Beauty Cave, where myth and miracle met. Tham Luang Nang Nan lies beneath a mountain shaped like a sleeping woman, deep in Thailand's Chiang Rai province. In Thai, Nang Nan means sleeping lady. But locals believe she's not just sleeping. They say she's watching. According to legend, hundreds of years ago, a princess from Xishuangbanna, in present-day China, fell in love with a poor stable boy. Their love was forbidden, so they ran away together, fleeing to the mountains of northern Thailand. The princess became pregnant, and while the young man went to find food, he was found and killed by soldiers sent by her furious father. Devastated and alone, the princess took her own life inside the cave. Her blood, they say, became the Mae Sai River. Her body formed the mountains. And her spirit? Trapped within the cave, waiting. On June 23, 2018, 12 boys from the Wild Boars soccer team and their 25-year-old coach entered the Sleeping Beauty cave. It was supposed to be a fun afternoon. They parked their bikes at the entrance, brought snacks, and ventured inside, unaware that heavy rain had begun to fall. Within hours, floodwaters rushed in, trapping them deep within the mountain. For days, rescuers found no trace of them. Hope began to fade. Locals whispered. The princess was angry. Had the boys disturbed her rest? As fear spread, villagers rushed to the cave entrance with offerings: fruit, water, incense, and soft-boiled eggs. They prayed to the princess for mercy. But then something strange happened. A woman in Chiang Mai claimed the ghost of the princess came to her in a dream. She said the princess wanted to see someone, a monk named Kruba Boonchum. She said she had waited for him for 300 years. Because Kruba, the monk, wasn't just anyone. He was said to be the reincarnation of the princess's lost love, the stable boy. And unless he came to the cave to meet her, the boys would never leave. Many devout locals began having the same dream. In the dream, the missing boys' families weren't innocent. They were the reincarnations of the soldiers who killed the princess's beloved. This wasn't just a natural disaster, it was karmic revenge. To break the cycle, they called for a revered monk, Kruba Boonchum. Kruba Boonchum was living in Myanmar when the message reached him. He immediately traveled to the cave. On the evening of June 29th at 8 p.m., Kruba arrived at the Sleeping Beauty cave. Before he came, the skies were calm. But within an hour of his arrival, rain poured from the heavens, as if the princess herself was weeping. Kruba performed sacred rituals at the mouth of the cave, then entered its depths to speak to the spirit. 2 hours later he emerged and quietly left. The next day he gathered his disciples at the cave entrance. He prayed for the mountain spirits to stop the rain, for the princess to forgive, and for the cave to open a path. He even performed a ritual to release the soul of the princess, trapped for 300 years. Reporters asked him, "When will the children be found?" Kruba smiled and said calmly, "The children are fine. You will see them very soon. In 1 or 2 days?" Within days, something incredible happened. On July 2nd, after 9 days in darkness, the governor of Chiang Rai held a press conference. The lost 13 had been found. All alive? All safe. They had been discovered by 2 British divers in a flooded chamber over 4 kilometers from the cave entrance. Exhausted, starving, but safe. Over the next few days, expert divers from around the world joined the rescue. From Thailand, the UK, the US, China, and Australia. Boys were carefully sealed in oxygenated pods and guided underwater by Navy SEALs. Tragically, one former Thai Navy diver, Saman Gunan, died while delivering oxygen to the children. His sacrifice reminded the world this was no ordinary rescue. It took more than a week and a global team of expert divers to bring them out, one by one, through narrow, flooded tunnels. They used sealed oxygen pods and guiding ropes to navigate the pitch-black labyrinth. And while the world called it a miracle of teamwork and bravery, 8 key questions behind this incredible story and how it all unfolded. Question 1. Why did the boys go into the cave? The cave, called Tham Luang, or the Sleeping Beauty Cave, was a place the boys had visited before. That day, their match was cancelled, so they trained instead. It was also one of the boys' birthdays, and they brought snacks to celebrate. After practice, they decided to explore the cave with their assistant coach, Ekapal. But heavy rain came suddenly. Water rushed in and trapped them deep inside. What started as a fun adventure turned into a nightmare. Question 2. Could their parents see them while the boys were in hospital? No, they couldn't. When rescuers finally reached the boys, they were weak and vulnerable to infection. To protect them, Thai officials allowed parents to look through a glass window, but not to touch or speak directly to their children, at least at first. Eventually, wearing gloves and masks, some parents were allowed into the room. Still, most parents quietly accepted the rules, trusting the rescue team with their children's lives. Question 3. Was the coach blamed? At first, yes. Many people were angry. How could a coach lead children into such a dangerous place? But soon, things changed. People learned that Coach Ekapal had given his share of food to the boys. That he kept them calm through meditation, a skill he had learned during years as a Buddhist monk. The boys' parents forgave him. Some even called him a hero. Today, many believe it was thanks to him that the boys survived those long, dark days. Question 4. How did the boys survive so long with little food? They had just a few snacks, leftovers from the birthday celebration. But the boys were young, healthy, and part of a close-knit soccer team. They supported each other. Coach Ek taught them how to meditate, which helped them stay calm and conserve energy. They drank clean water dripping from the cave walls. They avoided dirty floodwater. Later, after they were found, rescuers brought in food, starting with energy gels, then real meals, to help them recover before the final rescue. Question 5. Were they in total darkness the whole time? Almost. At first, they only had a few flashlights, which soon ran out of power. For 9 days, they sat mostly in darkness. After they were found, a Thai Navy doctor and divers stayed with them. They brought stronger lights, but even then most of the cave was pitch black. That's why when the boys finally came out, they had to wear sunglasses. To protect their eyes from the sunlight they hadn't seen in over 2 weeks. Question 6. Were they sedated during the rescue? Yes, and this was one of the most controversial parts. Thai authorities admitted the boys were given mild sedatives. But some rescuers later said the boys were almost fully unconscious to stop them from panicking during the dangerous underwater journey. Rescuers had to carry or guide them while swimming through narrow, flooded tunnels. Sometimes, boys were tied to the diver's body. This had never been done before. It was risky, but it worked. Question 7. Who paid for the rescue? Most of the costs were covered by the Thai government, but many people helped. Businesses donated food, transport, and supplies. Airlines flew in foreign divers for free. Over 30 countries sent help. From U.S. Air Force teams to expert British cave divers, it was a global effort. Without international help, Thailand admitted they couldn't have done it alone. Question 8. What made this rescue so difficult? Cave diving is one of the world's most dangerous sports. But rescuing people, especially scared, weak children, was even harder. Thai Navy divers had never faced anything like this. Their equipment was made for the ocean, not tight tunnels full of muddy water. One British diver who knew the cave well told Thai officials they needed help. And soon, a team of elite divers from around the world joined in. They mapped the cave, laid guide ropes, and designed a careful plan. It took hundreds of people, ropes, pulleys, and courage to make it work. And it did. Many in Thailand believed it was something more. A centuries-old love story finally brought to peace. A wandering soul finally letting go. Today, the Sleeping Beauty Cave draws tourists from around the world.
Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Share it, because some stories are meant to be discovered together. And stay curious. I'll see you in the next chapter.